Get me in here, because I kind of trying to put pretty calmer music in the intro. There's no calming me during the day. There's no calming me. You know what it is? These lot are stressing me out, man. These lot are really stressing me out and ruining my weekend. I've had a great weekend so far. A lovely day today. Now, I'm on a bit of a health kick at the minute, people. It's been at the gym and that, being sensible and no drink this weekend. And that for me, on the weekend, come on. But these lads are driving me to reach in my fridge and grab a war beer, grab the nearest can of alcohol. I'll be drinking bleach in a minute because I can't. See what I mean? Straight from the off. Do you know what I mean? Oh my God, man. 0 shots. 0. 0 alcohol. That's what I'm getting. Just so it tastes like it's placebo. I'm going to need something stronger. 0. No shots on target against Crystal Palace, who started the day second bottom in the Premier League. They had 1 win all season, and we couldn't even have a shot on target. We were somehow leading the game into stoppage time without even having a shot on target. Mark Gahey scored his first goal for Newcastle, but to be fair to him, he had the last laugh with a very good assist. No one was laughing for Newcastle at the end there, though. It was pathetic. It's unacceptable, that, it's truly, truly unacceptable. Honestly, it is. You cannot be going to Crystal Palace, who are now 17th. So let's just say, the relegation fight at the minute, the bottom 3, bottom 4. You can't not be having 1 shot on target. Not even 1. Really, man. Not even 1. Oh my God. The reason I'm not going to drink this weekend is because I had enough to drink on Monday to see us through after watching that crap against West Ham. And the reason I'm not drinking now, I'm going to have to tonight probably, but the reason I was trying not to is because next Wednesday, when I'm at St. James's Park for the Liverpool game, I know I'm going to have to get mortal. I know I'm going to have to get absolutely mortal. I did times 10 WhatsApp speed there. I'm going to have to get absolutely plastered to put up with this crap. To watch this, we're welcoming the best team in the world to St. James's on Wednesday night. That's factual. Top of the Champions League, top of the Premier League. My God, I may just... Does anyone want 2 tickets to Wednesday? Should I give them the foundation or something instead? Oh my God, because we're going to get slaughtered in that game. We really are. But then again, typical Newcastle. We'll be better on the counter. We'll turn up against the top teams, then we'll lose the next game against Leicester and Brentford and all the rest of them. Make sure you're getting your comments in the chat. I actually want to look at the comments on our social media because there's some serious ones towards Eddie Howe after that game. So we'll have a little look towards them and, more importantly, what you lot who have tuned in live are saying. But I listen, the game, it's a strange one because we're a minute away. Listen, we're conceding the 94th minute to Munez. The first time Joe Linton loses his man that game. Pope probably should have done better, but let's be real. Pope made a lot of very good saves in that game to keep us in it. And Palace deserves something out of the game. However, man, we've had no shots on target. They score an own goal, and that's all we're doing. We didn't play that bad second half. First half, it's a good job, wasn't it? A watch along. I'm going to bring the watch alongs back, by the way, by popular demand next year when I get things sorted. But my goodness gracious me, that first half was very, very shit. Really smelly. Absolutely stinking. I could smell it all the way from Croydon up to the Toon. It was reeking of awful football, man. There was just nothing that first half. Apart from Tonali, who again, Sandro today I thought was very good. In that 6, I thought he's very clever with his play, reading the game superbly well. And I liked Sandro Tonali today, but I didn't like much else because the main issue in that first half, and I guess throughout the full game, considering we had 0 shots on target, was we had no threat, no creativity. We're playing Anthony Gordon down the middle. Gordon down the middle has never and will never work. It just doesn't work, and it's pissing me off. And Eddie Howe does deserve stick the day because you've got Asula sitting there, who he signed off the deal for. That wasn't Mitchell signing. That wasn't Ashraf signing. Asula, Eddie Howe's seen something in Asula. Wants to work with him. Might not have had a big budget, but 10 to 15 million. Could have got fucking Delap from Ipswich for that. And we'll get Asula. The bloke can't get off the pitch. The bloke can't get on the pitch. He can't get off the bench. Young Willie style. William Asula, the Fresh Prince, he can't get off. Better off having Will Smith. Jazzy Jeff. You can't get a game. What? Putting Gordon down the middle, no striker there. Berserk. Callum Wilson does come on with 15 minutes to go. I know you can't really risk him, but again, this goes back to mistakes that have been made time and time again. with not signing a striker, not signing a backup. Those were the decisions that got wrong. We're signing Harvey Barnes as a left winger. He's playing right wing today. Joe Linton, midfielder, he's playing left wing. We know Joe can do a job on the wings and what, but however, man, again, players out of position. Again, it goes back to the transfer market. It really does, signing off Barnes for 35, 40 million when you've already got Anthony Gordon, you don't know who to play on the left wing, and we haven't got a striker. Isak's injury prone, Wilson's beyond injury prone, and then you're saying a young striker who can't get a sniff. Can't even get 5-10 minutes, man. But the thing is, for me there, when you look at it and you think, well, nobody thought, Isak and Wilson's injury record's a bit shite, isn't it? It's shocking, so why don't we do something about it? I mean, going into that Champions League season was bad enough, but guess what? Didn't learn from mistakes. Didn't learn from our mistakes, and we'll go ahead with the same thing this year. No backup strikers. And it is a bit of a curse, or is it just negligence, to be honest, Is it our mistakes? Because Isak goes off injured just as Wilson's finally back in the matchday squad. That's a mad coincidence. Or is it? Or is it because Isak's been playing too much when he shouldn't have been because there's been nobody else to step in for him? That's bad management. That's bad decision-making, once again. But I listened to a few of the notes from the games before we get into your comments. Oh, what have I wrote down here? Right. Dan Burn. Let's shout out Dan Burn, first of all. We've had all the bad news, so... we haven't had all of it. We're going to get into more of it soon. But on the positive side of things, Dan Burn, credit to him. Big Dan Burn, back today. Absolute beast at the back. A giant, a rock. Him and Shaw, to be fair, were very good. So they were solid. So it was great to see Burn back. He did make a pivotal clearance off the line. I think it was in the first half. No, sorry, it was in the second half. I think it was after our goal. It was after our goal where Dan Burn kept it 1-0 Newcastle. But throughout the first half, second half, Burn and Shaw, solid at the back. Very, very good. Munez, to be fair, he was the one that scored in the end, wasn't he? Maybe not. Can't remember. But he should have scored in the first half. He had a brilliant chance on the counter, and he put it away. We all thought that had went in. And I've wrote down, 25 minutes in, 0 shots on target, either team, stop-start game. But we had 0 shots after 94 minutes, so that's how bad that was. No threat, unpredictable. Was my half-time notes. No threat, very predictable, easy to read. The lack of ideas in that final third is beyond painful. Honestly, it's beyond. My eyes were really, really hurting. I'm just I don't want to see this anymore. I don't want to watch this anymore. Honestly, whether it be formation, you bring in a 10 or you change things up or whatever, but how you can have no ideas, just nout. Just nothing, no nice little intricate passes between the lanes, or our crossing is so crap as well, man. I mean, the set piece goal is fantastic from us, straight off the training ground. That's from a free kick. That's a lovely move. Very nice by Tonali and Gordon. Gay puts it in the back of his net. But apart from that, fuck, man. Our crossing from corners, from in play is just woeful. Woeful deliveries over and over again. I can't even be able to read this. Shout out the away fans. Travelling to an army. I'll give them praise before I stop looking at my notes. I've had enough. You could hear them in the second half. I think they really spurred the team on, especially to get that goal. We were class. Obviously, don't know if you've seen it on our socials. I'll show you a little picture here. That was the advertising boards collapsed in there in the away end, so hopefully everyone's all right. There'll be a Stewart and a young lass underneath there. But I think everyone's okay, hopefully, as Gordon and Joe Linton that jumped into the crowd. But look at Pope kept us in it. Some good saves from him. Wilson Longstaff came on for Gordon and Willock in the 74th minute. And we're doing our, to be fair, in terms of shoring up the game, in terms of an away performance, it was obviously pathetic. Going forward, there was no threat, 0 shots on target. But in terms of holding up the ball and drawing fouls and frustrating Palace and all of that, it was a smart performance in that sense. It was smart. It was clever when you 1-0 up with 5 minutes to go. We're doing well, Bruno was winning the fouls. He was cheering on it like he'd won the game again. Too soon. Yeah, too much too soon for me there. And then fair play to Palace. They get the deserved equaliser. Nobody's closing down Mark Gahey. This was in the warning signs, to be fair. We've seen this once or twice before it actually happened, where Gahey was looking for that ball. He'd found Mateta. He'd found the odd player beyond Newcastle's back line. And this time it's a very nice cross. Joe Linton loses his man. He kept up with him all game, 94 minutes. And the last minute was just too much. And he loses. I'm sure it was Munoz. I'm all over the place now. I'm stressed a bit. I'm sure it was Munoz. He puts it in. Probably could have done better, but again, he kept us in the game. And it was only fair, to be honest with you. And I told you it's 1-1 in the preview. Totally 1-1 in the preview, so I hope you backed it. For some consolation. I did it 6-1, to be fair. But, yeah, seen it coming a mile off. Even seen it coming in stoppage time. Hiding behind the sofa there. Not comfortable at all for us to hold on to the lead. So, let me see what you are saying in the chat. Nearly 500 people watching. Shout out every single one of you. Appreciate your support. Please drop a subscribe and like if you haven't already. I'll go at the top of the chat from the very beginning and see what you are saying. Jack's not happy with that one, but he's glad he's missing Wednesday's game. Oh, Matt says time for bye-bye. People are saying the Saudis aren't going to be happy with this. Liam, wow, so it's not just social media. Sack him tonight. Not good enough at all. On Eddie Howe. How are we going to strengthen this PSR stuff? Well, that's what's making me fall out of love with football, to be honest. Performances like that and fucking not being able to do anything about it because of PSR. Madrid, how are you going to defend Eddie today, lad? I can't. You know what I mean? I've stuck up for Eddie Howe. And I still am. I'm not saying sack him tonight like you are saying, but everyone's entitled to opinion. And to be honest, after watching that, I can understand your frustrations. But I would say I can't defend Eddie Howe. I thought that was really bad today. I was glad to see Tonali come back in. Obviously, Bain was always going to come back in. But I disagree with putting Gordon down the middle. I disagree, as I said earlier in the video, about not saying the striker. And if you bring in a Sula, but he kind of get a minute, what the hell's the point in that? And yeah, listen, the big players aren't turning up as well, by the way. So that's not helping. But the tactics today weren't on it. Didn't do enough. Nearly got away with it. But 0 shots on target, there's no way I'm defending that. Whether it be Eddie Howe or anybody, you can't. You can't be. You can't be defending that, I'm afraid. Evening, Adam. Bring Josie in, says Mega G Ultra. Wow, is it that bad? 2 shots in 180 minutes, really? That is absolutely rotten, that, like. Another one saying bye-bye, Eddie. We have turned into a boring football side. No first touches or crosses. Well, this is the thing for me. I mean, what the hell has happened to our identity? The identity is well and truly gone now. What has happened to the football that we fell in love with? And the annoying thing is, and where my frustration is going to grow with Eddie Howe and the team, is that I was backing him. I was sticking with him. And I still am, by the way. But I was doing that. And then, I thought it paid off. I thought we'd turn the corner. I think a lot of it did. 3 huge wins. Getting through against Chelsea in the Cup. Beating title chasing Arsenal. Kind of title chasing. And beating informed Forest at their own ground. The international break came at the wrong time. And Monday night, inexcusable. This afternoon at Palace, inexcusable. Absolutely unacceptable. Time for a change, a new direction, one direction. New players, new coaches, new manager. Just new everything then. Just fucking new name, new stadium, new badge. I don't know. God help us on Wednesday night against Liverpool, says Stuart. Wow, everyone's really on the Eddie Howe out now, aren't they? From this chat and from social media. Need to change the gaffer. I thought he said bring in Rafa there. If things don't improve us, we are heading to nowhere. I like Eddie, but I fear from this season. How out, says Sophie. Time for a manager with fresh ideas. Feel like some of the players want a new manager. I agree, Shea. I agree. And this is where we've ultimately went wrong for me. Is not shaking up the squad. Is not bringing in fresh recruits. You know what I mean? To give everyone a lift. We haven't done it. We haven't done it. Wow, the Steve Bruce days are back, says Robbo. Losing faith in Eddie now, says Maurice. Josie in on Monday, says Jack. Oh, Eddie can't be trusted with the money, says Fuzz. Ollie's disappointed, but says at least we got a draw. A lot of people on the same wavelength as this. Eddie out, and people also saying bring in Josie. Back-to-back comments there saying get in Josie Mourinho. Oh God, it's just bleak to think of what's happened today and what could happen. I guess like another one. Can I do a poll on here? I don't think I can. That would have been good to try and get a poll up to see what you would have said. Maybe I'll put it in the YouTube community post or an Instagram story or something. Hey, oh, mano. December's a big month. Turn up against the top six, struggle against the teams in our hope, not good enough. It's true, like. Certainly is true. We'll do well, honestly. I don't think we'll do well against Liverpool on Wednesday, like, but you know, we'll do well against. We've seen it against Arsenal, and that like Man City. You know, we'll do well against teams where we're just on the counter, and we just hit them with a pace on the counter. That's where we do well at, and the players seem to get more up front and everything. Oh God, I'm actually getting kind of sick of that, to be honest. Honestly, I am. No threat, no attack from Craig. Guess we're not saying anyone. Miss St. Maximin. Eddie said it was a good week on the training ground. What happened there? Shout out Kevin. Palace fans said crap from both teams. Cheers from New Zealand. Oh, it was. It'll definitely last a match of the day, that, surely. Bruno, terrible captain, says Jack. Worried about Isaac, says James. Let's see how bad his injury is. But I am about just worried in general that he's played. Do you think he's looking at a move away? Top 10 managers to go for. Graham Potter. Joachim Low. Solskjaer. Ten Hag. Are we out? This must be a joke, surely. Yeah, no. Just no. Zidane's not going to come. Klopp's not going to come. He's gave up now. He's waiting for Red Bull. There's like an overseas, like Leipzig and that, doesn't he? Xavi just hasn't done that well. Allegri is probably the only one, and Terzic. Apart from that, mate, them shouts are horrendous, not going to lie. Oh, my God. Time for Mourinho, Matty, says Richie. Nah, not for me yet. No. If this continues, then yeah. But I can't say it yet. Listen, where are we at in the league? Fucking pisses me off this, because if we had just hold on to that win, but I guess we didn't deserve to hold on to the win, so it wouldn't have been fair. But we would have been on 21 points, only 2 points off Man City in fourth. Well, only 2 points off Arsenal in second, to be honest. So that's how tight the league is. Even though we're 10th, we're only a couple of points off Champions League. But I don't know, mate. I think there's a lot of things to think about now, like after how bad that was, how bad the week's been. West Ham, but then again, the weeks before that were very good. The 3 results before that, so no, not for me yet, Richie. But ask us again in a month's time. Well, I hope you don't have to ask us that in a month's time, to be honest, because that would ruin Christmas. We need to sell one of the big players that Aston Villa did. It's true. Yeah. As much as United not want to lose you, Bruno's or Isaacs, it's true. We are going to have to do that. It's going to benefit us doing that, to be honest. It is. Look what Villa did with the Grealish money. You're right. Like, it's the only way now to actually be able to strengthen the team and get in 2, 3 players by selling one. It is. Chris Wood wouldn't be a bad player to have right now. It's his call. He scored today, didn't he? Don't know what the final score was. It was 1-0 at half time or whatever it was when I checked. He scored a pen. Oh man, I need to lie down. 1 point from 2 teams fighting relegation. West Ham are 4 points off us. That stinks as well. Yeah. No, Nupo, just go back and listen to the stream, man. Did you not get the joke from the comment where he said we need to change everything, new coach, new players? It was a joke, man. Fucking wake up, son. Have some of this productivity drink. Hey, I haven't got time for people who can't get the crack these days. Like, not after that. I'm too pissed off after the game to be dealing with shit like that. Shout out Glover Max, who's a member, 10th today. We'll be bottom half of the league tomorrow. Yeah. Right, but could be, to be fair, saying it could be like man of the results. And he's also changed his mind. Never said it before, but he'll say it now. Whoa. Right, last few comments before we're signing out. Solid points there, to be fair, from Colin. Actually, too many workers, not enough creativity. Very true. We're back square one. Eddie's been great, but it's time for change. I agree, Tony, friend of the channel. It's going to be a sad day to see Eddie sacked. We all thought he was the man, says OGM. Trust the process, stick with Eddie IC, needs to be backed. Tasers out of work, you may be the answer. Ollie at the wheel. Definitely not. Go get Josie. It would be an absolute honour to have him. He is an absolute winner, says K Sport. Yeah. I can't even be asked. I can't even be asked to do that, but it's I mean, Josie is a winner. Listen, he's a proven winner, isn't he? Questions: has he passed it now? Would he make it into too much of a circus? I don't know, but I tell you what, he'd probably win with a trophy, and that's what I want, isn't it? Pathetic. Eddie can't get his shape or team selection right. It's a glaring, painful assessment, really, where he can't get the team right. The shape needs switching up. Hasn't been for a while. The team, he chops and changes. The Tonales, the wingers. This just hasn't been working this season at all, has it? I'm Howard's biggest fan, but he does not have a plan B. I'd rather have Porgy than Howard, says Graham. That's a bold statement. Major changes at the top. Mitchell and Eels. Not the time to change the manager, says Ladaroo. Sal, Bruno and Isaac. 250 million in the pocket, 5 new players, says Nubo. Dare says this is the first time I'm losing faith in Eddie, mainly because of the signings, selling Maxi and bringing in Barnes. Against it at the time and no third striker who can play. I would talked about not signing a striker earlier in the video. Keeps on coming back to haunt us, that one, like. Loads of chats, loads of chats. Surely you go all out and get Poch with his relationship with Mitchell. Poch is now the USA manager, so he won't be coming to the tune. Right, that'll do, people. I was going to say to go on read the stuff through Twitter. Just a quick one. It's very similar to what you lot have been saying. I need new players in Jan, but can we get it done? The Howard stuff, Gordon playing there, someone there. Antifa Howe is a clown. Gordon is never a centre forward. Brucey Boba says just kicking the ball down the field, nobody and getting away with it. Says Jamie Owens. Something not right about the last few weeks is Chris Martin. Yeah, there's loads of the same stuff, you know. Everybody frustrated with that game today and the week, to be fair. But it's all right, everyone. Just a few days' time. Arnie slots. Top of the Champions League, top of the Premier League, Liverpool come to St. James's, so we can't wait for that one. All right, then. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone. I recommend just not watching football. Well, actually, just not thinking about Newcastle United. I'm going to go watch football. I'm going to go watch the West Ham Arsenal game right now. But no more Newcastle United stuff. Oh, it's horrible when it ruins your weekend, yeah, isn't it? It's horrible, but we'll see. We'll see what happens next. Cheers for watching, everyone. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you on the next one.